Hey everybody, it's Molly Stone Bibb, Senior Executive Unit Leader with Avon. I just wanted to come at you with a quick video. Something happened last night, and I thought, you know what? Let me tell the group about this, because this is kind of cool and it's something that we don't think of sometimes. So I wanted to share. So yesterday I had a speaking engagement up in the Delaware area with the Pinnacle Division, their leadership. Bunch of great representatives up there. We had a good time, was able to spend some time afterwards just kind of talking business and this and that. And we had a long way to come home. And I contacted some of my customers to say, hey, look, since I'm coming through, I'm going to go ahead and deliver your order to you. I know it's going to be kind of late, but I'd like to get this stuff to you. Can we do that? Leave your payment on the door, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the deal is I set that up, and because of the rain and the sleet on the way home, I was a bit later than normal. So I went to this one customer's door, real nice lady, doesn't order from me every campaign, but she happened to be home, and normally I talk to her husband, and he normally answers the door. But she had just gotten home before me, so I have to believe it was kind of meant to be. She invited me in and was going to get the check, and was handing her a new brochure, and she is one of my people who are on campaign mailers. So I didn't know if she had gotten the book that I was giving her, which, by the way, was a Campaign 24 book. So she's looking at it, and we're just kind of talking, and, I'm looking around her house, and she's already started decorating for Christmas, and I'm like, give Thanksgiving a chance, but needless to say, some of the stuff she was decorating with was Avon stuff. Well, come to find out, she apparently sold Avon some years ago. And, I said, wow, and my deal is always not why did you quit. I always say, why did you stop? It's a little bit different than quit, because people don't like to be told they quit at anything. And she said, well, I don't know, something was going on in my life, and I just didn't feel like I had time for it. And I said, well, have you ever thought about getting back to this again? And she said, well, I don't know, because, I didn't get a lot of help last time, and, it was just really kind of my orders. But she said, I really did enjoy getting to see the products before everybody else, and the demo books. And I said, we still have all of that. And I said, and now when you sign up, it's $15, but you get so much more in the kit. And now you get great help, because you would be on my team. And I said, I would love to have you. I would love to see you earn some money with Avon. And she says, well, Molly, I would only need some extra money. It would just be my spending money. And I said, perfect. Whatever it is that you're looking for, Avon can meet that need. Now, that happened. I showed her how she could start up online, or of course I told her I could meet with her personally, whatever she decided to do. But this was the deal. Sometimes when you're in this business, people don't really communicate with their customers about becoming representatives for a lot of reasons. Look, I remember when I started back 10 plus years ago, and of course for the first part of my business, all I did was, of course, share the products. I was a representative and sold, and that was my big deal, and I loved doing that. And when I first got into leadership, my deal was, somebody said, well, what about your customers who have large orders, or maybe when you deliver their orders, they're getting an order for Aunt Sue and Uncle Tom and, Jim Bob down the street, and, they're kind of a helper, but maybe it's just people in their family. Have you ever thought about maybe asking them if they'd be interested in earning money on it? And this is the deal. I was like, I'm not doing that. It takes a customer. It's customer taken away from me. Forget that stuff. And that was my mindset in the beginning. And, I remember my upline, Mary Ann Penn, telling me, but Molly, you're still going to make money off them. And she said, and you have the possibility, if they do well, to make even more money off them. They've already got people. They're already kind of a helper. You should really do it. And, when you have somebody who loves Avon that much that their orders are larger, then it's a possibility that they're really going to do well. And I just wasn't getting that at first until the first couple of customers that I have that are now representatives that are still with me that are doing really, really well. And I have to wonder how many of you out there are doing the same thing. You're like, no, my sales are great and I want leadership, but I don't want to lose this customer. Sometimes we think that it's not supposed to be a doable thing for somebody like that to even need money. This is the deal. The big thing in Avon, big thing in leadership is none of this is about us. It's all about somebody else. And if you are not offering the opportunity to your customers as well as anybody else that you come in contact with, in reality, you're not only hurting them, but you're hurting yourself. Because I've had people who have been just the best leaders too, that were originally my customers. The other reason is we think that because they can afford to buy Avon from us, we think they couldn't possibly need the opportunity. Yes, they can. Yes, they will. Yes, they may not be sharing that with you, but we can't prejudge people based on what they do, whether they buy from us or they don't buy from us, whether they be a great rep or they don't be a rep. We need to offer the opportunity to everybody out there, even our customers, because this is what happens. If you have a customer who becomes a representative on your team, and suddenly then they reach out to more people that they want to sell Avon to, this is what happens. Instead of them putting in a $50 or $60 order, even if they're a great customer, and you making anywhere between 20 to 50% on that order, you then could have a representative who is collecting orders for $300 and $400. And then what happens? You're making a lot of money off of that. And if they're making money that they're putting into good use, they're going to continue to grow their business. Can you imagine finding 15, 20 great customers and 10 of them becoming great representatives? I have had that happen so many times in 10 years. So many times. Look, I have one customer, no lie. She comes in about mid-September, and she becomes a representative. And she is a representative from September to January. And she says, Molly, I don't want to do it after that. I just do it for the extra money. I do it for the extra Christmas money. So she becomes my customer again, January through September. And then she does it again. And she's been doing that for about 5 years. And it works for her because all the other times she's a helper for me. And she, doesn't make as much as a helper with me. She just gets a lot of free product, which is great, as she does, of course, being a representative. Now, someday that may change, and she may decide to come in and stay a representative. But I feel like it's worth pointing out to say to you, do not forget. Do not forget. Well, you see that sun coming through? Is that crazy or what? Woo. Do not forget. The customers can be absolutely awesome, awesome representatives. So don't leave them out. Put that recruiting flyer in their book also. And maybe you've offered the opportunity before, but don't forget, just like when we get leads and things like that, and life can change for people, life can change for your customers too. Sometimes unlikely events happen, like deaths in the family. Somebody loses their spouse and they lose part of their income to something. They lose their job. Maybe they haven't told you that. And it is up to us to reach out and let them know that we still have an Avon opportunity out there, that they can become a part of if they have a need. They tell us about the need. We tell them how Avon can meet the need. So don't forget that. Don't forget that, because even me, 10 years in, I forget that I need to reach out and offer this kind of stuff to my customers also. And last night's events just seemed to fall into place for me. And it was so great to have somebody talk about what she used to do when she was a representative, and how she loved sharing the brochures, and she really didn't sell any more than $200 or $300 a campaign. And I'm thinking, I need you on my team. $200 or $300 a campaign. Come on, I need you. It didn't quite sound that needy to her, but that's what I was saying inside. So I gave her the information again with the recruiting flyer and told her to reach out online again, like I said, or I would sign her up in person, whatever she chose. So don't forget your customers. Don't have the mindset that says I can't lose the customer. If you're really looking to build a residual income in this business, then you have to offer the opportunity to everybody and know that they're going to bring more people in. And in the end, it may not be the amount of money you want to see right in the beginning, but in the end, you're going to see that grow. And this is the key. Even when a customer comes in and becomes a rep and it doesn't work out for them or whatever it may be, they can still go back to being your customer if it doesn't work out. So don't forget, potential customer, potential representative. This doesn't just go for strangers. This comes for people who are already involved in our life. So have a happy Friday, and I hope to be back with you again. Speaking engagements are now over for me for 2014, and you're probably going to see more videos from me now. And yeah, and back to the conference calls and stuff, okay? So see you guys soon. Have a really, really great weekend. Bye-bye.